Posake te kurioi, how is everyone doing? My name is Dr. David C. Noe, and I want to share with you a brief Greek lesson of something that I have learned that you can use in your own study of this beautiful and powerful language. The lesson comes from Plato's Apology, his dialogue in which he's giving his defense before the Athenian jury. It's taken from Stephanus, page 19a. We're using the text of William Seymour Taylor. It's a public domain text from the 19th century, and Taylor was a professor of Greek at Amherst College. So here is how the Greek goes. Analabomen un ex arches, tis he categoria estin, ex heis he ame diabole gegonen, he de kai pistewon meletos me agrapsita ten graphein tautein. Now what does that mean? Well, here's my own a rough and ready translation. Therefore, let us take it up from the beginning as to what is the charge from which my slander has arisen, and trusting in which Meletus indicted me for the following charge. So we could clean that up a little bit, make it a little more idiomatic. There are actually several interesting elements in this sentence, including the relative pronoun he with pistewon. We see the cognate accusative agrapsita ten graphein tautein, but that's a lesson for another day. What we're going to focus on now is the hortatory subjunctive. The very first word in this sentence is analabomen. Now this is a subjunctive, first of all. It's a first plural aorist subjunctive active. It's built on the verb analambano, which means to pick up something. Analambano, kind of like sumere in Latin. But it is the aorist that is built on the third principal part, elebon. You can see the lab stem, and it is moreover subjunctive. Now, how does one form a subjunctive? You'd lengthen the thematic vowel. This is why the omicron becomes an omega, and you add to it a primary ending, which is the men ending. But what does the hortatory subjunctive mean? Well, the hortatory subjunctive is a way of giving ourselves a command in the first person. And here I'm going to refer to my favorite Greek grammarian, H.W. Smythe. This is section 1795. He says, "The chief uses of the independent subjunctive are the hortatory, the prohibitive, and the deliberative." Now, what does he mean by independent subjunctive? Well, all of the subjunctives in terms of usage, not formation, but usage, can be divided between independent and dependent. The dependent ones are those that are subordinated to another verb. They can't stand on their own. That's why they're called subjunctive. The independent ones stand all by themselves in their clause. They are not subordinated to another verb. Now, the hortatory subjunctive, section 1797, is used to express a request or a proposal. Smythe says, a request or a proposal, and it's in the present or the aorist tense. He also says that for giving a negative command, for example, if we wanted to say, let us not take up from the beginning, you use may. You use the negative particle or the negative conjunction may. So we would have to say may analambanomen, may analabomen, let us not take up. But here we have the positive form, analabomen. Now, why have a hortatory subjunctive? Well, Smythe 1799 explains it this way. The hortatory use of the subjunctive compensates for the absence of an imperative of the first person. In other words, in Greek we have second person imperatives, a verb like lege, and we have third person imperatives, legeto, or legeto actually. So we have second and third person imperatives, but no first person imperative. Well, the hortatory subjunctive fills in for the first person imperative. It's how we give ourselves a command. So we can say, analabomen, let us take up. We can say, pisteomen, let us believe. We can say, legomen, let us speak, and so forth. Now, if you've enjoyed this brief lesson where we've talked about some Greek together, then I want to invite you to come along and study this language with me at a deeper level. I'd like you to go to MossMethod.com, check out the other free instructional videos that I have there, go through and see if you can learn more from the way that I'm teaching, and consider signing up for the MossMethod course. The MossMethod course, as I like to say, takes you from neophyte, no knowledge of the language, to erudite. And it does so not only in a thorough way, but also in a really delightful way. We're reading wonderful stories. And if you sign up for the course, each week you can meet with me for 1 hour with other students from around the world for the MossMethod office hours, the Zoom office hours. During this hour, we talk about all different kinds of Greek. We talk about the New Testament, Plato, Homer, Herodotus, Aristotle, whatever you'd like. And then I become your psychopampos, your soul guide that takes you down into the heart of Greek so that you can learn a lot about this language and read it with ease and pleasure, as I do because of long years of study and all the many wonderful teachers that I've had. So please check out MossMethod.com, like and subscribe, hit the bell so that you can receive notifications when a new video is released. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.